Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we got the Chemical Guys ProFlow PM2000 pressure washer. It's a brand new unit, so I'm excited to try it out. I want to compare it to the Ryobi that I used to use for years and the Kranzle that I've been using for the last year or so. And it's an awesome unit, but wanted to see how this compares to those, whether it's worth buying, how I'm going to configure it, and what my overall impressions are. So let's go ahead and start unboxing it. Fancy packaging. Got the manual, pressure washer gun. Feels pretty cheap, but that's okay because that's not what I'm not going to be using this. I'm going to be using my existing pressure washer setup, hose and wand, and this is a filter screen for the pressure washer. Hoping I don't have to use this because I don't like the plastic. Your various degree tips. Traditionally, most people will be using the 40-degree tip, but they did include a 65, which is the odd one out of these tips, is the 65 degree. It's extremely wide. I've never tried that before, so I'm excited to try that. Now we got the wheels. I don't believe I'll be using the wheels long term. I kind of like the pressure washer being stationary, but like I said, I do have a aftermarket hose. Now we have the hose, and I've seen a review or so already that talks about the kinkiness of the hose. So we'll try that out. But like I said, I won't be using it. I've got a better hose that is longer and will make it so I can actually go around the entire car rather than having to move the pressure washer unit as I'm detailing around the car. 50-foot hose makes it way better for the convenience of not having to move the pressure washer. So first off, it's got a lot of memory to it compared to my other hose that I have. Yeah, the kink. See, it kinks and then it wants to stay kinked, so that's going to be an issue. Yeah, actually, I don't know if you guys can see that, but just straightening the hose, it's already warped. It's a much thicker hose, and it see, I can pinch it like this and it won't kink, so it won't kink and cause issues down the road. You can see it's really flexible and won't doesn't have a memory to it, wants to stay straight. Now the pressure washer itself without the wheels has a nice small base and is easily transportable. I really dig the handle on top. So let's go ahead and start setting it up. Alright, so since the unit didn't want to leak without putting Teflon tape on the inlet side of the pressure washer, I'm going to go ahead and apply some Teflon tape, and figured while I'm at it, I might as well take this apart and just check it out, see what how beefy how skookum the unit is. Now I've taken my Ryobi unit apart quite a few times, so I kind of got an idea of what a cheaper unit would look like. So it's got a small pump assembly, actually a bigger motor than the unit or the Ryobi unit. You know, obviously it's not as big as the Kranzle, but I'd say it's right in between there. And then as you can see here, this is the inlet side of the pump. This is where I was having the issues with the leaks because the threads don't wrap around completely. And this is why you have to use their plastic quick connect filter. So we got that straightened out with enough Teflon tape, and now we're going to test it out. Alright, attached to the pressure washer I have the Obsessed Garage 50-foot hose, and the MTM SGS 35 stub nose gun, and the MTM Hydro 3.5 orifice nozzle. This is set up for my Kranzle, so this will be a little bit more gallons per minute, but less pressure than ideal. Alright, I'm going to try their nozzles because that seemed to be too much, not enough pressure. Alright, now that we got the wheels done, I'm going to go ahead and throw on the foam cannon here. This is like what I look forward to when I'm detailing, and it really kind of shows the power of the pressure washer, whether it'll get some thick shaving cream foam or it'll just be really watery. So we'll find out whether this pressure washer has what it takes. I know the Ryobi did decent with this MJJC foam cannon. I feel like this is the best option that I've found that works with the lower pressure electric pressure washers that I've tried. So we'll try this out. I got Meguiar's Hyper Wash in here because this is a ceramic coated car. You don't want any of the extra additives that are in a lot of the soaps. So I like the Meguiar's Hyper Wash. So we'll go ahead and hook it up and see how the Chemical Guys ProFlow handles it. Now I'm going to let this sit for a minute as it pulls a lot of the dirt off the paint. So when I go to do a contact wash, it's not going to be agitating a lot of the dirt back into the paint. It's going to have a lot of it pulled off already. So we're going to head and I'll get my mitt and we'll go ahead and wipe her down. Now if you guys are interested in any of the products that I use for detailing, I'll include a lot of them in the description below. So check them out. Alright, so I've had the unit for a couple of days now, and I wanted to give a quick recap of my thoughts and final conclusions for the unit. My one gripe with the unit is the quick connect on the garden hose side of the pump. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like that it's plastic, and don't like that it limits you to just strictly their quick connect. I prefer like the MTM one. I would have liked to seen just a regular traditional female threaded attachment on the inlet side of the pump, just so you could attach your garden hose and use whatever quick connects you prefer. And there was a lot of issues that I had with leaking. I had to do it like 2 or 3 times just to get it to stop leaking before I could get it to run. So that was pretty frustrating. And you don't have that with any other unit that I've tried. I've tried the Ryobi 1600 and the Kranzle 1622 total shutoff. Both of those units just have the traditional female threaded garden hose attachment. So I was kind of bummed out by that, and you have to use their attachment. You can't just hook up your garden hose to it because the threads that they designed, it'll just leak a crap ton because the threads don't go all the way around, and you have to put an insane amount of Teflon tape. Even with this, you'll have to put a bunch of Teflon tape just to stop it from leaking. And you don't want to just run the unit with it leaking because you'll prematurely wear out the pump, and the pump will surge, and you can easily damage the pump right away. So that's something you definitely have to watch out for and take a look at if you pick up this unit. I did like how the unit is quiet, and I do like the wheels as well. But for the money, I've kind of figured that the 1600 Ryobi, that I have a link to that one in the description, the one I'm referring to. I do think that's a way better bang for your buck. The performance that I got out of the unit, of the Chemical Guys unit, was right on par with the Ryobi, which is the Ryobi is at half the price. So I don't see the added cost being a benefit for that, which I would have liked to seen. I was kind of disappointed in that, especially with its higher rating of 2,000 psi and 1.77 gallons per minute. That's the max. You are not getting close to that. I did like how it was quiet, but I think for the money, the Ryobi is definitely the better bang for your buck, or it's for sure the better bang for your buck. In my 8 or 9 years of detailing, I did have to go through about 4 Ryobi pressure washers. They seemed to last about 2 years. Then I eventually picked up the Kranzle 1622 total shutoff, and that thing is a freaking tank. The ultimate electric pressure washer, if money's no object. I'll have a link to that video right there. But when you're talking $500 or less pressure washer unit, I do really like the Ryobi. They did seem really consistent, but time will tell whether this unit lasts longer or not. I will have a long-term review of the pressure washer in a couple years, or whenever the pressure washer dies, whatever comes first. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, whether it's worth the money, what you guys' thoughts are, what's another unit that you guys like. I always like to hear what other people have. Ryobi, the Chemical Guys, and the Kranzle are the only ones I've really tried that were electric. So I'm curious if there's any other good ones out there. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next one.